New Super Mario Bros. Wii is a very popular game that I've enjoyed every time that I've played it, but I've never 100% completed it. I decided that I wanted to do that, so I collected all of the 243 star coins and exited through all 14 secret exits. Both of those things took a very long time to do, so I hope you enjoy the video. The game starts out with Princess Peach's birthday when, out of nowhere, a mysteriously large cake appears. It was absolutely huge. And what's inside the cake? Bowser Jr. and all of his friends who had come to kidnap Peach. Right away, they put her in the cake and just scurried away. To find her, I started the first level. In it, there was some basic level 1 stuff like coins and Goombas, but I found the first star coin and started my collection. The second big coin was hidden down a pipe, so I went down it and quickly found it. The third star coin was also soon found. On to level 2. I found the first, second, and eventually the third star coin, and soon finished the level. In 1-3, I found a Yoshi who helped me with my collecting and got me to the gold pool with a bunch of speed. The first fortress was no challenge at all, since I got to propeller around the vertical level, and I got to the boss doors in no time at all. Larry, the first Koopaling, went down without a fight, meaning that I got to advance to the next part of the world. However, Larry bounced to his real castle now. I did a few more levels and soon got to the point where I could enter the big castle. So I did. The star coins here were also pretty easy to take, so that's exactly what I did before fighting Larry for the second time. I opened the boss door and soon found myself face to face with him. On a few magic pillars, I jumped on his head a few times, causing him to throw a tantrum and leave. I found a key, but the game never actually explained what it was for. So when I left, I found Bowser Jr., only for him to jump on his airship and leave with Peach. Anyways, I got this message though. Before I left for World 2, I made sure to get the secret exit cannon so that I wouldn't have to come back for it later. Now, it was time for the Sand World, and I swiftly found the first level's star coins and completed the level. 2-3 was really annoying since I couldn't see anything, but after a while, I got out of there and never needed to return. After that, I got into Roy's fortress. When he started sniping me, he missed, and I got to his door soon, but I was still ticked off at him for taking pot shots at me. Because of that, I stomped on his head a few times, making him flop like a fish, and I soon got to his real castle. After some running around, I remembered that this level was just 8-4 from the original Super Mario Bros., which was a level that I never really liked. Once I chose the right paths, however, I arrived at the doors and entered them immediately. On the other side was Roy, who I beat with a few kicks to the head. That gave me a second weird key, even though I still didn't know what to do with the first one, but I saw Bowser Jr. taking Peach even further away this time. World 3 was very frozen, and it was inhabited by some weird penguin creatures. Later, I turned into one too, because, that can happen, right? I got to play a minigame where I have to match two tiles with the same power up, and it was going okay, I guess. But matching two Bowsers makes you lose, and this game was the most efficient loss I have ever seen. The fort seemed to be intent on just annoying me more than anything else. The theme carried on with Lemmy and his bouncy balls, but once I beat him with some head stomps, the rest of the world was so easy, I finished the rest of it without a problem, even getting two exits from one level along the way. In the castle, Lemmy still decided to be annoying rather than hard, and so I defeated the third Koopaling, which gave me another key that I still don't know how to use. And Bowser Jr., you guessed it, flew away for a third time with Peach. World 4 is my favorite world in this game. I really love water levels, said absolutely nobody ever. After some more water than I would have liked, I got to this fort, entered, and found another annoying dungeon level. I beat Wendy though, and later I took a secret exit out of the fortress, unlocking me another warp cannon that I would not be taking for now, as I had more secret exits to find in this world, such as the one from the ghost house that took me to the bigger castle. I fought underwater Wendy with some fireballs because, yeah, I can do that, and I took her out a second time just for me to get another odd key. Bowser Jr. left again in his airship. What? No, he got left behind this time? Why? I got to fight him, and the battle went predictably, let's just say. And so I traveled to World 5. I used to try to speedrun this game, and this level brought back some memories. Since I could never do it quickly enough, I just couldn't get the precise movement down. This boat level also made me remember, since I sucked at this part quite a bit. Iggy's boss fight felt a little bit claustrophobic, since it felt like there were walls and floors everywhere, but it didn't take long for me to defeat the 5th Koopa. The 6th world was full of intricate movement like this, as I often had to dodge many enemies' attacks. In the 1-up minigame, I lined myself up and got no extra lives. In this world's Mushroom House, it went as badly as the 3rd world's had, which was very bad. Once I got to Morton's fight, I felt better, and his scheduled head stomping went amazingly. I beat him, winning myself another weird key. Anyhow, Bowser Jr. got left again, and I got to battle him a second time. In this fight, frying him with some electricity and winning another battle. The 7th world's fortress needed me to multitask with tilting the Wii remote, as well as getting Mario to dodge bullet bills, but I am terrible at multitasking. The next part of the level needed me to do the same thing, but now I had to avoid bombs who were walking towards me. In the battle with Ludwig, he must have had an invisible Yoshi or something, because how else could he pull off that? In the following bits, P-Switch scammed me, and I got ready for the castle fight, where Ludwig must have lost his invisible Yoshi, as I got the 7th key. When I got to the last world, there was some weird smoke chasing me, but I quickly outran it, and I didn't stop running until the end of 8-3. This is where the difficulty started to really ramp up, partly by his squish-related traps. Since I beat all the Koopalings, I faced off against Bowser's personal assistant, Kamek, eventually defeating him as well. He was barely a challenge after 7 worlds. The airship after the fortress had quite a few cannonballs for me to dodge, and I soon battled Bowser Jr. one final time, blowing him up for good. Doing so unlocked Bowser's castle, and I entered for the last boss fight. Bowser was a bit underwhelming, and I scurried under him to free Princess Peach from a birdcage with a switch that also broke the floor beneath the King Koopa himself. It was over, until Kamek revealed himself and revived Bowser as a giant. So he tried to burn me with heat-seeking fireballs, and even took away a few lives of mine. After a few more attempts, though, I got to Peach's real cage, and then caused something to happen which made Bowser all confused, and then he fell into his lava, which probably should have happened a while ago. Anyhow, he was gone, and I had rescued the princess. After 8 worlds of this game, I had finally finished it with all the star coins and secret exits. Actually, no, I still had the hardest world, the 9th one, left. Some of the levels got very hard, but at least I had 99 lives now, and Mario took off his hat. I was getting pretty good at this game now, as you can see in this short clip. Maybe not as good as some others, but I thought very highly of my skills now. When I got to the actual last level, it was really easy, kind of like the last day of school at the schools I've been to, where nothing important really happens. And when I got to the goal pole, it was finally over, and not a single other level to do. After I used a few more secret cannons, I got this message, meaning I had fully done everything. I hope that you enjoyed this video of me doing everything in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. If you think that I did a good job of making it, I really hope you could like or even subscribe. Both of those things help a lot for a small channel like mine. Anyways, bye!